Ladies and gentlemen, friends, warriors of the modern world, welcome to this powerful, in-depth exploration of the Buddha's secret to mental strength resilience. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the weight of daily pressures, broken by repeated failures, crushed by profound loss, or trapped in an endless loop of worry and anxiety, this speech is crafted especially for you. Stay with me until the very end. By the time we conclude, you will not only understand the timeless wisdom of the Buddha, but will also possess a complete toolkit of practical, actionable strategies to forge unbreakable mental strength that can withstand any storm life throws your way. This is not just another motivational talk filled with empty platitudes. This is ancient wisdom distilled through the fires of human experience, refined for our chaotic 21st century lives. The Buddha didn't live in a vacuum. He faced the same fundamental pains we do: uncertainty, loss, desire, fear, and the frailty of the human condition. Yet he emerged victorious, not by escaping life, but by transforming his relationship with it. Today, we will walk that same path together. The harsh reality we all face. Let's begin with radical honesty. Life is relentless. In our hyper-connected, high-speed world, the challenges come faster and hit harder than ever before. Demanding deadlines at work that steal your sleep, heartbreaks that leave you questioning your worth, financial stress that knots your stomach every morning, health scares that remind you of mortality, betrayals by those you trusted most, and the constant poison of social media comparison that makes you feel perpetually not enough. Your mind often feels like a battlefield where thoughts clash violently. One negative thought triggers another, and before you know it, you're spiraling into rumination, regret, or dread. You lie awake at night replaying conversations, worrying about tomorrow, or mourning what was. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Billions have walked this path before us. But here is the liberating truth the Buddha discovered over 2,500 years ago. Suffering is inevitable, but mental suffering is optional. He never promised a pain-free existence. The world will always bring sickness, aging, death, separation from loved ones, and unfulfilled desires. What he offered was revolutionary, the possibility of becoming unshakable amid it all. True resilience isn't the absence of hardship, it is the presence of an inner calm and clarity that no external force can easily topple. That is real mental strength, the kind that turns obstacles into teachers and wounds into wisdom. Imagine for a moment a mighty mountain. Storms rage, winds howl, rains lash its sides. Yet the mountain stands firm, not because it resists the storm, but because it is deeply rooted and accepts the weather as part of its existence. You can become that mountain. The first secret: embrace impermanence. Anicca. The Buddha's first great insight was Anicca. Everything is impermanent, everything changes. Your job, your relationships, your body, your moods, your possessions, even this very moment you are experiencing right now as you listen to these words, nothing stays the same. Most of us resist this truth fiercely. We cling desperately to comfort, success, youth, and stability. When change comes, as it always does, we panic, rage, or collapse. We treat endings as catastrophes rather than natural transitions. The Buddha, however, smiled at impermanence. His famous words echo through time. This too shall pass. He understood that clinging to the temporary is like trying to grasp flowing water. The tighter you hold, the more it slips away. Reflect on your own life. Remember the job you lost that once felt like your entire identity, the relationship that ended in agony, the dream that shattered. At the time, it felt apocalyptic, yet here you stand, still breathing, still capable of growth, laughter, and new beginnings. Those painful chapters did not destroy you, they reshaped you. Audience exercise. Pause right now. Close your eyes for 10 seconds. Take a deep breath and repeat silently with conviction. Everything changes. This too shall pass. Feel the subtle release in your chest, the slight softening of tension in your shoulders. That is the birth of mental freedom. When you stop fighting the reality of change and learn to flow with it, you become unstoppable. You move through loss with grace, approach uncertainty with curiosity, and greet new opportunities with open hands. Impermanence is not your enemy, it is the very canvas upon which life's beautiful, ever-evolving story is painted. Expand this practice. Keep an impermanence journal. Each evening, note 3 things that changed that day, small or large. Over time, you'll train your brain to see change as normal rather than threatening, dramatically reducing anxiety. The second secret, non-attachment, the art of holding loosely. The Buddha declared that attachment is the root of suffering. Importantly, he did not say love or care is the problem. The issue is desperate, fearful clinging, the kind that turns healthy desire into torment. You can love your work passionately, but if your entire sense of self-worth hinges on promotions, accolades, or outcomes, a single failure will devastate you. You can love people with all your heart, but if you attempt to control their every move or tie your happiness exclusively to their presence, you will live in perpetual anxiety and disappointment. The resilient mind holds everything loosely, like cradling a beautiful bird in your open palms. You admire its colors, enjoy its song, feel gratitude for its presence, but you do not crush its wings. If it flies away, you allow the natural sadness, grieve healthily, and then continue. Your peace remains intact because your happiness was never fully dependent on the bird. The next time you face rejection, in business deals, dating, creative projects, or friendships, pause and say internally, I enjoyed the experience. I learned valuable lessons. I am not defined by this single outcome. Watch how your emotional recovery accelerates. What once took weeks of rumination now resolves in days. Non-attachment doesn't make you cold or indifferent. It makes you free. It allows you to engage fully with life without being enslaved by it. In relationships, it fosters healthy love based on choice rather than need. In career, it encourages bold risks without paralyzing fear of failure. Practice it daily by noticing when you're overly identified with outcomes and gently loosening your grip. The third secret, the power of mindfulness, your greatest weapon. Of all the Buddha's gifts, mindfulness, sati, may be the most practical and transformative for modern life. It is the art of being fully present in the here and now without judgment. In today's world, our minds are scattered across time zones. We ruminate endlessly about past mistakes or regrets. We catastrophize about future disasters that may never arrive. The result? Chronic stress, diminished focus, and a life half-lived. The Buddha taught, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Mindfulness trains you to observe thoughts rather than being swept away by them. It turns the mind from a chaotic master into a wise servant. Start small but consistently. Every morning, dedicate just 10-15 minutes to watching your breath. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on the sensation of air entering and leaving your nostrils. When your mind inevitably wanders, and it will, hundreds of times, gently, without self-criticism, bring it back. This is not mere relaxation. This is rigorous mental training. You are literally rewiring your brain, strengthening the prefrontal cortex, and weakening the amygdala's grip on fear responses. Modern neuroscience confirms what the Buddha knew intuitively. Consistent mindfulness practice reduces anxiety, improves emotional regulation, and enhances overall well-being. With mindfulness, you catch negative thought patterns early, before they hijack your mood. You notice anger rising in your body as heat or tightness and choose a wise response instead of explosion. You feel anxiety as physical sensations and breathe through them rather than escaping into endless scrolling or substances. Millions have been transformed. Ancient monks, modern CEOs like those at Google and Apple who've integrated mindfulness programs, Olympic athletes, elite soldiers and ordinary people like you and me. It can transform your life too. Build the muscle of attention and you build the foundation of resilience. The fourth secret, the middle way, balance in everything. The Buddha rejected extremes after personal experience. He lived in luxurious palaces as a prince, then subjected himself to extreme asceticism, starvation, and self-denial. Both paths left him unfulfilled and imbalanced. He discovered the middle way, a path of moderation and wisdom. Work hard, but honor rest. Push your limits, but practice self-compassion. Be ambitious, yet remain humble. Feel emotions deeply, but don't let them rule you. Eat to nourish, exercise to strengthen, rest to recover. In resilience, this means when you fall, and you will, you get up quickly. But you don't beat yourself mercilessly for falling. You analyze with kindness. What happened? What can I learn? How do I adjust? Then you continue forward with renewed balance. The middle way prevents burnout and despair. It sustains long-term effort. In a world that glorifies hustle culture and toxic positivity on one end or nihilistic apathy on the other, the Buddha's balanced approach is revolutionary sanity. The fifth secret, compassion, the surprising source of strength. Many equate mental strength with being tough, stoic, and emotionless. The Buddha revealed the opposite. True strength flows from metta, loving kindness, and karuna, compassion. Begin with yourself. Forgive your past mistakes. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend. Self-compassion is not self-pity. It is recognizing your humanity and treating yourself with the kindness you deserve. Then, extend it outward. Understand that everyone suffers. The rude driver, the difficult colleague, the critical family member, they too are fighting unseen battles. This realization dissolves anger and builds connection. Powerful nightly practice. Before sleep, sit or lie quietly and repeat, "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, may I live with ease." Then extend to loved ones, neutral people, difficult people, and eventually all beings. Research shows this practice increases positive emotions, reduces depression, and strengthens social bonds. Your own pain shrinks in the light of shared humanity, creating profound inner peace. Buddha's story, from prince to awakened one, Siddhartha Gautama was born into privilege, palaces, wealth, beauty, and power. Shielded from suffering, he lived in luxury. Yet one day, he encountered the four sights: an old man, a sick man, a corpse, and an ascetic. He realized that suffering touches everyone. At 29, he left everything behind, the great renunciation, and spent 6 years seeking truth through various teachers and extreme practices. Nothing fully satisfied. Finally, under the Bodhi tree, he vowed not to rise until enlightened. Mara, the demon representing fear, doubt, and desire, assaulted him with visions of terror, temptation, and armies of doubt. Siddhartha remained unmoved. He touched the earth with his hand and declared, "The earth is my witness." He stayed present, mindful, and aware. In that moment, he became the Buddha, the awakened one. That same power resides in you. When life attacks with failure, criticism, loss, or illness, you too can touch the earth, ground yourself in the present moment, and affirm, I am here, I am aware, I will not be moved. Practical daily routine for unbreakable resilience. Turn wisdom into daily habit with this structured routine. Morning, 10 to 15 minutes. Quiet sitting. Breath awareness. Set a clear intention. Today I will respond with wisdom, not react with emotion. Throughout the day, use the stop technique. Stop, take a breath, observe your thoughts and feelings, proceed mindfully. In conversations, practice deep listening. When stress rises, label it, this is anxiety, this is anger. Labeling reduces its intensity. Evening reflection, 5-10 minutes. Journal 3 questions. What did I learn today? What am I grateful for? How was I kind to myself or others? In crisis, apply RAIN. Recognize the emotion. Allow it to be there without resistance. Investigate it with kindness and curiosity. Nurture yourself with compassion. These tools are battle-tested. They've helped Navy SEALs manage extreme stress, athletes perform under pressure, executives lead through uncertainty, and countless individuals rebuild after rock bottom. A message to you right now. If you are going through hell right now, financial ruin, relationship collapse, health crisis, or deep depression, hear this clearly. The Buddha did not promise a life without pain. He promised you could discover peace within the pain. Your scars are badges of survival. You have already made it through 100% of your hardest days so far. That is undeniable evidence of your strength. You are stronger than your current feelings suggest, more resilient than your fears proclaim, more capable than your inner critic allows. Every admired figure in history, leaders, creators, thinkers, faced profound darkness. Their secret, they kept going. They cultivated awareness. They chose response over reaction. They practiced these principles. You can do the same. The power is already within you, starting today, starting in this very moment. Final call to action. This week, commit to just one practice. Choose one and master it before adding more. 10 minutes of mindful breathing each morning. One deliberate act of self-compassion every time you err. Repeating, this too shall pass 10 times daily during challenges. Track your progress. Notice small shifts in mood, recovery speed, and clarity. Share this wisdom with someone struggling. They need it as much as you once did. The Buddha did not hoard enlightenment. He taught the world. Now you carry the torch. You have the power to transform your mind. When you change your mind, you change your actions, your relationships, your trajectory, and ultimately your destiny. You uplift your family. You inspire your community. You create a better future. Stand tall, breathe deeply. Face life with the calm, unshakable presence of one who is awake. You are not a victim of your thoughts. You are the observer. You are the master. You are resilient. You are enough. Thank you. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease, strength, and profound purpose. Now go forth and embody the quiet, unstoppable power of a mind trained in the Buddha's wisdom. The secret is yours. Use it wisely, use it daily, and watch your life transform